Guys, Bitcoin dropped below $40,000 yesterday, which is quite unpleasant, but also during the week, some cryptocurrencies showed attractive potential. And who knows, maybe they will keep the trend and go against the market next week or maybe even in May. So today I suggest we discuss a few of these coins. We'll look at their price, why they were rising before, and figure out if we should wait for the uptrend to continue. This is by no means financial advice, but those willing to take risks in such a market situation and try to make money in the short term can use the video as information for their own research. Before we start talking about the coins that can continue to grow soon, we should mention the risks, and it's essentially the only one: the price of Bitcoin. There's a local downtrend and an extensive range from 39,500 to 37,100, where the price has already received support today. The rate bounces from this block, namely from the lower border of the Bollinger Band. At the beginning of this week, the reason for this was a slight recovery in the US stock market and specifically in the Nasdaq index, because the current correlation of the Nasdaq index and Bitcoin is at maximum values and has almost reached 100%. If the bearish scenario for Bitcoin continues, the cryptocurrency discussed below may not show growth. Moreover, if Bitcoin drops even lower, the entire altcoin market could be in for a strong sell-off with no exceptions. On the other hand, if the buyers can get the Bitcoin price back above 40,000 and keep it there, we'll have at least a sideways trend. Then the chances of a local pump in the next altcoins will be pretty high if additional conditions are met for each coin separately. What those conditions are, let's discuss next. Firstly, we'll discuss the cryptocurrency Terra. On the weekly chart, we keep an uptrend. There's of course an unpleasant moment, a hint of bearish divergence in the RSI, which we should keep an eye on because it might be a sign of a trend reversal. But if the signal is false, the rise in the trend can continue. On the daily chart, the situation is similar, including the presence of divergence. But it should be noted that there is enough potential to bring the price back to the current high of $119 or even exceed it, even with the RSI divergence. What needs to happen for a bullish scenario to materialize? Terra's current pump is related to developing their UST stablecoin, which is currently in the top 3 by capitalization among stablecoins. And it will continue if we get news of new purchases of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies into a fund to back it up. This can be tracked through Terra's official Bitcoin wallet. Their Bitcoins are valued at $1.7 billion, and the plan is to form a $10 billion collateral. By the way, keep that figure in mind, we'll get back to it later. Also, a driver of growth could be the news about the acceptance of UST as a means of payment. If we get more news about UST payment acceptance at the beginning of the week, Terra could make its investors happy. Next, I will tell you about 3 more well-known and promising altcoins for the near future. In the meantime, give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button please. Appreciate it. What is NEAR and why is there so much hype about it? Firstly, it's like Ethereum 2.0, only everything is already done, and there's no need to wait until summer. Secondly, this project is still very young and top crypto funds have invested money, including venture capital units of leading crypto exchanges FTX and Coinbase. The investment amount is more than in Solana, which is an indicator. The NEAR price chart looks a lot like Terra's. The cryptocurrency is in an uptrend on the weekly chart. It recently made a new high and is now trying to return to this level, but there is also a bearish RSI divergence. If the growth continues, we'll see the price above $20 because NEAR is waiting for the presentation of its own decentralized stablecoin in the coming days. The USN token has already appeared on the test network, and there is a direct hint that it will be launched on the leading network by the end of April. In this event, NEAR could very quickly break into the top 10 blockchains in terms of TVL, and investors in turn will catch FOMO and start buying even more tokens in anticipation of higher growth. The third altcoin for today is TRON. This is a well-known project and it's not shy about using ideas that work for others. So it happened this time too. TRON founder Justin Sun announced the release of an algorithmic stablecoin USDD on the TRON blockchain, which will be backed up by $10 billion. This money will still be raised and deposited into a special TRON DAO reverse vault. Based on the wording of the announcement, TRON and Terra will apparently buy Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. And remember, I told you to keep the 10 billion figure in mind. As you can see, Justin Sun continues to do what he can and exactly copies the profitable strategies of other players in the crypto industry. USDD launch is scheduled for May the 5th. We can wait for the pump under this date, especially if we start getting news about how investors want to give money to this project, or that TRON began to buy Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies in the remaining days. And even though the idea is frankly alien, if USDD is a success, TRON might also get a good pump on this event. Let me remind you that TRON ranks as the top 1 stablecoin USDT, so their blockchain is excellent for such coins. The price of TRON is very low today, and there are some strong resistance zones on the chart. But if Justin Sun was right about the announcement's timing, in the sense that Bitcoin won't fall and maybe will rise a bit, and these promises about USDT really work, we'll perhaps see an increase up to 10 cents as luck would have it. And the 4th place in the selection goes to ApeCoin. I don't really like drawn monkeys and other JPEG pictures that sell for frankly inadequate amounts in NFT format. Nevertheless, after they announced the launch of their own meta universe and token release, it quickly appeared on the leading crypto exchanges, and the price after the first wave of pumps has already found its base level, for which in theory it's possible to continue growing. ApeCoin gained 40% this week. The market has been fueled by rumors that there will soon be important announcements about the launch date of the metaverse, and that land sales in the form of NFT will begin shortly. And if we're up 40% on launch rumors alone, what happens when those rumors become a reality? ApeCoin has a solid media component, and they have the potential to be on par with meta crypto leaders like Decentraland and Sandbox. That's why I think it's logical to take a closer look at this project. The video did not include the Step Up project and its token, which looks promising in the current market, but I made a separate video about it quite recently. Check it out and make your own conclusions. You can go to the video right now. Thanks for watching. CoinPost channel. Subscribe and be in the money.